It's over. Life's not over, Katie. You're young. Your life is not over. You just need to know why.
This is 24-year-old Caitlin Conley, a receptionist at clinic who poisoned her boss.
You do know Mary got sick on July 20th. You do know you and Mary are the only two in the office that day. Did Adam do something to you? Did the orders do something to you? I want to hear it from you. I already told you what Adam did to me.
On July 20th, 2015, 60-year-old Mary Yoder began suffering from severe stomach pains and left work early, leaving the clinic in Caitlin's hands. 2 days later, she was dead. An autopsy revealed she had been poisoned, a gout medication that she had no reason to take. Mary was not just Caitlin's boss. She was also the mother of her ex-boyfriend, Adam Yoder. Prosecutors argued that after Adam broke up with her, Caitlin poisoned his mother to get revenge and frame him for the murder. She sent an anonymous letter to police, claiming that a vial of poison would be found in Adam's car. When investigators searched, they found it exactly where she said it would be. In the end of this interrogation, you will find out her sentence.
You need to say, here's what happened. Ignore everything else. You need to say, here's what happened that day. You know, you're there. You know what happens on Monday, July 20th. Like two people in that up, just you and her. Right. Tell me why. Tell me what happened that day. Nothing happened that day. It was a regular day at the office. We know that wasn't a regular day at the office. Mary was sick that day. Mary got violently sick that day. It was a regular day up until she got sick. Okay. Why Mary that day? I don't know. You do know. You do know why. And you're probably the only one that knows why. Why? You need to tell me why. That's the point we're at. Because then I can hopefully explain it to people and say, here's why. Here's what happened. Here's what happened in Katie's life. Here's what happened that day. Here's why these things have occurred. People are. That's the questions people are going to want answered. Tell me why. But you don't know what happened in my life. I don't. But you need to tell me what happened in your life. Explain to me what happened that we got to this point in your life where this happened. Help me understand. Help me understand, Katie. Then tell me why. How did we get to this point in your life where this happened? You did a good life. But something got us to this point in your life where this happened. What? Is it Adam? Is that what drove you to this point? He pushed you this far? Things he did to you? Your relationship with Adam? Maybe the Order family in a whole? They push you aside? You tell me. What got Katie to this point? Tell me, I want to know. Help me understand. Can you tell me why? Tell me what drove Katie to this point. Tell me what happened in your life to this point. I'm willing to listen. I want to know why. We got all this. I want to know why. What drove Katie to this point? What in your life happened? I want to hear it. Help me understand. This is a long time, Katie. A long time. I've had this for quite a few years. I've seen people sitting in your seat. And after they sit there and tell me what happens and why it happens, they feel a lot better. It helps me understand why they do what they do. There's things in people's lives that affect them, that drive them to do some things that they do. And it would help understand everything. Is there things we need to know about that I need to know about? Then tell me. Did Adam do something to you? Did the orders do something to you? Tell me. I want to hear it from you. I already told you what Adam did to me. Okay. You didn't believe me. Who didn't believe you? I never said I didn't believe you. I asked you that day. Did I ever say I didn't believe you, Katie? I feel like if I was believed, then I would have done more. Are you talking about back when you filed the report? Okay. So you felt if you were believed back then that the police would have done more? Okay. And
You
because,
quit your job.
yes.
But you didn't.
Okay. But then, is it because of that time? Is that what drove you to where we're at today? Is that the reason why? Because all this stuff Adam did to you, and nothing was ever done about it. That now we're to this point, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get Adam. I'm gonna get even with Adam for everything he did to me. I'm gonna make it look like he did this. Huh? Yes.
No.
And how? Then, if Adam did all this stuff to you back then, you have this hatred for Adam.
I don't have this hatred.
This is the first crack in the suspect's defensive wall. After repeatedly denying hatred, she suddenly admits a clear motive: revenge. The interrogator catches the contradiction in real time. First a yes, then a panicked no. Psychologically, this moment shows cognitive dissonance, the mind struggling to hold two opposing truths. The short, stuttered answers reveal a subject who has just realized she betrayed herself. For the analyst, it's a classic leakage, an unguarded burst of emotional truth before the rational brain slams the door shut.
Can't be happy with him. What you're telling me, you just got done telling me nothing was ever done for all the stuff he did. You can't. You can't like him.
Right, I'm not saying what happened was okay.
Okay. But did that drag you to the point you're at today?
No.
I mean, you want me to believe that you did this along with Adam? Huh? You can see where we're at in this investigation, Katie. You need to say why. You need to tell me what drove you to this point. Are you saying, okay, answer this? Is Bill have some? Is Bill responsible for Mary's death? Yes or no? You tell me, is Bill responsible? Does Bill have involvement in this? Is not answering me yes to me? Is everybody telling me that Bill has some involvement? I mean, not finding it hard, but you got to tell me. Does Bill have involvement in this? Yes or no? Tell me. Does Bill have involvement in this case? Because if he did, he hit his tracks pretty good. He pointed everything at you, and you helped him, and he, whatever reason, held something over you. You need to tell me. Does Bill have involvement in this case? Yes or no? Well, you would know, because we know you had involvement in the case. There's no ifs, or buts about that. We're beyond that. So now the only thing it comes down to, like I said, it's the either or. Either you did this alone, or somebody else was you helped him. That's it. Does Adam have involvement in this case? And then if he does, you need to tell me what. But you're not going to sit here and tell me Adam did all this, because we know that's not true. Because like I said, we got things on your phone, on the computer, cards, credit cards you bought. We know that's not true. So now the question becomes, can you do this alone? Or did somebody want Katie to do this? That's it. So you got to tell me whether you were alone and why, or did somebody want you to do this? You can see everything we have. And there's more. What is it, Katie? You need to get it out. It's over. You need to tell me why. What's the involvement? What is anybody else's involvement in this? I know yours. Just tell me why. Sit here and stare at each other all day, Katie. It's not going away. All this isn't going away. It's not going to disappear. It's going to be there. Tell me why. Why, Katie? Well, your options in your head all you want, but you need to tell me why.
I don't have anything to say.
You don't have to say why. Why, Katie? The only thing I need to know is why. Why Mary?
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay. You don't have an answer for why Mary. Was it, was it not supposed to be Mary? Was Mary not supposed to get hurt in this? Because again, we know you got it. So was Mary not supposed to get hurt in this? Is Mary the one this was intended for? Yes or no question. Was this intended for Mary? You gonna tell me, Katie? The only one that has the answer. These are simple questions, so yes and no. Is this intended for Mary? Because if you don't tell me one way or the other, then I'm gonna have to assume that it was intended for Mary. If that's what you want me to think, go ahead. Tell me.
You know, I'll tell you what I know.
Okay.
I don't know, and you're saying this like I know.
Okay, we do know a lot of facts, and we've already laid them out. So there's stuff you do know. You do know you bought the cards. You do know where on your phone that all this information was on your phone. You do know on the computer at work all this stuff is on the computer. You do know the cam scan in your phone. All these documents were sent to our chemicals in California. You do know that the colchicine was delivered by UPS to your desk, which you signed for. You do know you said you set it there. You do know you're telling me now that you saw it later inside the office spilled over. You do know Mary got sick on July 20th. You do know you and Mary are the only two in the office that day. You do know all that. So to sit here and say you act like I know, you do know. You know that. You know, and then I know you know. Because all the stuff is laid out there. It's right there. So I do know you know. That's a given now. We're beyond that. Well beyond those points from last time you ran in. Well beyond that. So you need to tell us why. It's right there, Katie. You can see it. You gotta tell us. All the stuff you got on your phone. We're gonna tie it all into you. And that's not even hard to do. All the stuff on your phone, we're tying into you. All the stuff on the computer at the office, we're tying into you. We got dates, we got times. We got you buying the cars to buy the cold scene from the company. Katie, it's laid out. That part's all done. It's over. It's right there. Do you think anybody in the right mindset gonna put this in front of them? They're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, no, she ain't got nothing to do with it." They're gonna say, "Holy cow, you got all that on her?" She still wouldn't tell you why. That's what you're going to say. All that gets presented, all that gets laid out on the table. What do you think people are going to say? They're going to say the same thing I'm asking you. Why? That's it. So don't sit there and say, you act like I know. Don't act like I know you know. It's not a question anymore. You know. Comes down to why. That's it. So you want to tell me why? I know you know. That's not a question anymore. You need to help me understand, kid. You need people to understand why. Help me understand. Explain to me. Is Adam the root of all this? Is it all this time because of Adam? Can you answer me that? Is that why all this took place? Because of Adam? Because of your relationship with Adam? Is that why? Money? Relationship? Is that why? You need to tell me. That'll help me understand.
So you think that would be reason for me to kill?
Do I think that could be a reason? It's possible. People did stuff for less. So, is that possible? Sure.
Or how would that help me?
Revenge. To get even. To get back. To think possibly I could get my money back or that I could get back at Adam. That could help you. You said before, poison what was a woman's weapon? Is that the statement you made to us before? Remember?
Yeah, I said that. Why would I use that?
You said
They
what?
would tie it back to me.
No, you said when we talked about the poison before, your statement was that I believe it's a woman's weapon or it's a lady's weapon. I can't remember which one you said exactly, but it was one or the other. I can probably find out, but that's what you said.
The interrogator uses the suspect's own words as a psychological mirror. This is a masterful use of prior commitment. People are reluctant to contradict their own stated beliefs. Notice how she'd justify why she wouldn't use it. The subtext is chilling. She had already thought through exactly how a female poisoner would be identified. For a psychologist, this is admission by rationalization. She is fighting the logic, not the fact.
So it's not a question if it's tied back to anymore. It is. It's right there. So like I said, we're well beyond all that stuff. Well beyond who's it tied back to. It's tied back to you. Everything's pointing to you. And you said that before in here. Everything points to me, but it's not me, it's Zach. Guess what? We did our homework. We did everything. Nothing's pointing at it. It's not coming back on him. Now it's even more so when it's coming back on you. You can see. So go back to those dates. You bought the cars that night. You already said that. Right? First tried to tell me then that, oh, somebody must have stolen them. But we know that isn't feasible. We can't, it's not even possible because then those numbers wouldn't end up on those papers. That isn't possible. So that means you're still in possession of these cars. You put those numbers on those papers. Beyond that. So you get the cars. You put those information on those papers. You send those forms to Art Chemicals. We know that. You get the package delivered. It comes to you at the front desk. You have the package. None of that is disputable. It's not if, who, what, where, it's pointing to something. That's all undisputable. We know all that happened. You can see there's no way out of that one. There's no way out of that. That we all got right there. That's proven. So now you're in possession of it. Doesn't go to Adam because now you're trying to say it's sat there, but yet later now, it's still in the office. You didn't say Adam took it out of the office and did something with it. Mr. Yoder didn't take it out of the office and do something with it. You then now have to say it's still at the office.
I'm saying I saw it at the office.
Okay. And I can probably guess why you're saying that. I'm sure you saw it at the office because that's where it got delivered to, number one. But you also have to say now you touched it is because either prints or we took your DNA. That's going to come back on that stuff. So you have to tell us now that you touched it. You have to. Because otherwise,
If you're saying that all you have to do is touch it to die,
well, it takes a little, you'd have to absorb it into your skin and you'd have to play with it, work with it, or do something more with it. Obviously, just sticking your finger on the top or on a pile of it isn't going to kill it.
I don't know.
Anyways, going back to where we were, when stuff comes to the office, it's there. Like you said, you're going to have to now justify you that you touched this stuff because your DNA that we took from you probably might come back on this stuff now. So now you have to tell us, well, gee, I better tell them I touched this stuff. So it's no longer in Adam's hand. It's not in Bill's hand. It's in your hand. Your DNA is going to come back on that. So Adam isn't going in there looking through these shelves to find it and give it to his mother, like you're trying to say in that anonymous letter that we know is totally untrue. So now we got that. Now you're in possession of the stuff. That's all undisputable. Now let's go to July 20th, Monday. Mary's at work, Katie's at work. Two people. None of these other patients know that Katie had this stuff delivered to the office. So nobody's going to believe that somebody else somehow found this and gave it to Mary that day. Not feasible. But everyone knows now that it may be in the office somewhere as you, and you said that to us now on several occasions that it's in the office, it's on the shelf now. So you got it placed in the office. Nobody else, Bill never sees it there. Adam doesn't know it's there. Only Katie knows it's there. So now we're back to July 20th. Katie and Mary are the only two in the office. We know Mary gets sick that day. We got experts who will come in and testify that between such and such a time, this is when it was given to her. Mary, Katie, that's it. Mary didn't ingest this on her own. Mary didn't take this stuff. Adam's not here. Adam couldn't have given it to her. Bill's not in the office that day. Bill couldn't have given it to her. So now we got Katie. That's it. We got Katie purchasing it. We got Katie getting it delivered. We got Katie contacting the companies. We got it on Katie's phone. We got it on Katie's computer she works at. We got information on Katie's typewriter behind her that she types on. You see where all this is going, Katie? Who in their right mind is going to sit there and say, oh, she didn't do it? Look at all that stuff. She admitted she bought those cars that bought the colchicine. She admitted to touching it in the office. She admitted she's the only one that worked with Mary that day. Why? That's what they're going to ask. Katie, why? That's it. So the only thing somebody's going to ask is why. You see all that, Katie? So do you see where I'm coming from? Do you see why you can't tell me I don't know or I didn't do it? Your hands are all over it. Everything. Started this whole thing from the Mr. Adam Yoder 1990 Gmail account. We can tie you in right from the get-go. At that point on, we can tie you into everything. No longer a puzzle for us. We put all the pieces together. That's where we're at. Puzzles put together now. That's one question. Why? That's it. If you want people to think you're some evil monster and hold that why forever, so be it. But they don't want to know why. I don't think you're an evil person. I think something happened here. Something happened between you, the owners, Adam, at work. Something drove Katie to this. Katie's not a bad person. Something drove Katie to do this, to order this stuff. Why? What put you to this point? And I can tell. I can look at you and tell. I did this job that long when I can sit there and look at somebody and say, that's a person who's sitting there. They want to get this out. They want to tell me what happened. It's bothering them. I've seen it hundreds of times. But the only question I can't answer is why. Only you can. Everything else is done. So everything else is known. You need to tell me why. Tell me why. Why, Katie?
I have a good life.
Yes, you do.
I have people who love me.
Yes, you do.
I want to be a mom someday.
Okay.
I wouldn't risk my life for this.
Okay. You made a mistake. You still can do all that, but you made a mistake. Why? What drove you? What happened? Maybe we can justify and answer the question why. Why, Katie? Tell me why. It's laid out. It's here. It's right there. It's over. You need to say why. Help me understand. Drove you to this. Adam, the money, what? Why, Katie? Please tell me. It's the only way I can help you. Why?
You can't help me.
I can help you. Why, Katie? I did this long enough that I can help people. I can tell them, here's what happened. Why this happened. She's not an evil person. She's not a bad person. She has things going for her. But here's what drove her to this point. That helps people understand why. That goes a long way.
I have so much going for me.
You do.
I want to finish college
Mm-hmm.
and get married and have children.
Mm-hmm.
I have a family who loves me.
You do, Katie. And the family's going to want to know why, too. Everybody's going to want to know why. They're going to see all this. This is going to be laid out for everyone to see. Why, Katie? That's the only thing we need to know. To help us understand. You need to tell us why. Why? How did it happen that day? How did it happen, Katie? It's right there. It's all right there. Why? What happened that day? What drove you to that? Tell me, Katie. It's the only way I can help you. Help people understand. I don't want people to think that Katie is a monster, a mean or vicious person. Here's what drove Katie to do this. Here's what happened. Here's why it happened. That goes a long way. Why, Katie? You need to tell them. You need to get it out. We need to end this. We need to know why. Why?
You're telling me everything is cut and dry.
It's all right there, Katie. You can see everything we have. It's cut and dry for us. It's all right there. Like I said, the only question we have left is why. We are at that point. I've laid it out for you. You can see what we had. Phone, the computers, the records. It's all laid out. It's not a question anymore of who, Katie. It's why. Now, please just tell me why, Katie, that we can help you. It's the only thing left.
My life is over.
Life's not over, Katie. You're young. Your life is not over. You just need to know why. What drove you to this? What drove you to do this, Katie? Was it Adam?
I go to jail. I'll go to jail forever.
No, you will not, Katie. You won't go to jail forever. There's reasons for everything.
I won't be able to graduate college. It's
You
forget
can still, all that's possible, Katie. Why, Katie? Why, Katie? Take some deep breaths, Katie. Take some deep breaths. Take a sip of water. Why, Katie? It's over. Tell me why. What drove you to this, Katie? Tell me, was it Adam? Was it the money? What was it, Katie? What was it? Help me understand.
I wouldn't risk my life for this. You don't even know how much. I just want.
I know.
Oh, you don't know.
You're right. And that's why I'm asking you why. You need to help me understand why. Told you. You know. You know everything you did in this case. The question is why? And what drove you to this? The money? Adam? Something Mary did? What? It's not going to go away. This is not going to go away, Katie. You need to say why. It's not going away. You just got to help me understand. Why?
This is my whole life.
I know it is. But if you help us understand why, we can help you in this. It makes a difference as to why people do things, what drives people to do things. That makes a difference. Trust me, it makes a difference. Don't let people think that Katie's some evil monster out here who did this just for the sake of doing it. It wasn't that. Was it reason for something drove you to this point? Was it something Adam did to you? Was it something that the others did, that Mary did to you? Did they treat you badly? You know, did Adam do stuff to you that said, oh, I can't take it anymore. I snapped. Here's why I did this. Here's why I did this. Because this is what drove me to this point. It's time. You can see it. It's laid out. Tell me why. It's the only way I can try to help you. I can go to them and say, here's what happened. Here's why. Don't let them speculate why. Tell me why. It's the only way I can help you, is if you say why it happened. What drove you to that point? It's all laid out. It's all right there. You can't separate yourself from that stuff. It's there. As much as you want to separate yourself, you can't. Why, Katie? Why did Mary get the coaching? Why did you give it to her? Did you mean to give it to her? Did you mean to hurt Mary? Did you just want to get her sick? Did you want attention? Why, Katie? Why? Help me explain. We're at that point.
This is my whole life.
I know it is.
You don't even know.
Katie, I know it's your whole life. You'll have a life. This isn't the end. There's reasons for everything. We know. We know. We know you did this. The reason is why. Why did you do it, Katie? Help me understand. Tell me why. Why, Mary? Please tell me so I can help you and understand this whole thing. Don't let people think things that may not be true about you. Just tell me why. Is it Adam? Is it something because of Adam, your relationship with him? Is that it? Money? Why? Why, Katie? This is it. It's over. This is everything. We're laying it out for you. It's time to put closure to this and tell me why. Please tell me why, Katie. Help me understand. Why? What happened that day? Tell me what happened. Why, Katie? Please tell me why. Help me understand. This is tearing you up inside. Why? What drove you to this point, Katie?
I have people that love me. I have a family.
Everybody has people that love them, Katie. Mary had people that love her, and those people need answers. They need answers also.
Katie's voice becomes smaller, her arguments less logical. This is empathy-based interviewing, forcing the subject to see the victim as a real person with grieving loved ones. The psychological mechanism is moral disengagement reversal. She can no longer hide because the interrogator introduces the equal humanity of the victim. The long pause after this exchange would be filled with internal conflict. For any analyst, this is the moment where denial starts to break.
People that love you are going to need answers and understand why.
I'll never be able to live with a family.
You will. This is something that's going to be there the rest of your life. Help me understand why. Tell me why we can work and figure out things here. There's reasons for everything. I don't think Carrie Conley's a bad person, but I need to know why. I want to know what drove you to this point. I don't think this was something that just out of the blue said, okay, I'm going to go do this today. There's a reason for this. Is it Adam? Is Adam the reason for this whole stuff? Can you answer me that? Is it because of Adam and your relationship that drove you to this? Help me understand. Or is it something Mary? Was there a problem between you and Mary? Katie, I can't help you unless you tell me. I can't give people the answer. And that's the only answer they need at this point. Why? Don't make people think that Katie's a monster. There's a reason that drove you to this. Why, Katie? You need to tell me why. Help me explain why. Is it Adam, Katie? Is this whole thing, did this all revolve around Adam and your relationship? Is this what drove you to this point? Or is it something Mary did in herself? Did she treat you badly? She belittled you. Help me understand, Katie. It's not going away. This isn't going away, Katie. It's here. It's in front of you. It's not going anywhere.
Things in my life are good.
Mm-hmm.
I have good things.
Work hard for your things.
Yes.
And it's because of the things you worked hard for. It is because Adam didn't pay you back in money. Is that the reason why in this case? Is it the money? What is it? Is it the abuse? Is Adam abusing you? Is that what, to get even with Adam? Is it to get the money back from Adam? Think Adam would inherit money? I don't know. We can speculate a lot of different things as to why. Only you can tell you, here's what happened, here's what drove me to this. Here's why I did this. Why, Katie? You and I both know at this point. You know you did it. I know you did it. This is why. It's why. That's it.
You think that I risk my life and my future?
I don't think, Katie. I know what you did. You know what you did. It's not anymore do I think.
I want to risk my life and my future. I'm close to my family.
Okay.
I'm smart.
Okay. Nobody's saying you're not. None of that has anything to do with what happened here. That's right there. You're smart. Your family loves you. You're going to college. But that doesn't answer the question over here. That doesn't supersede this. Because you're this type of person, then this doesn't matter. This matters. It's not going away.
I want to risk my future.
One of two things, Katie. You either did this alone, or you're protecting somebody that wanted you to do this. It's one of the two. You're not going to convince anybody otherwise. Not the evidence, everything is laid out right there. Already went over it numerous times with you. From the start, from day one, from Mr. Adam Yoder, 1990, to getting the cars, to purchasing the colchicine, to your phone, to your computer, to the office, to being there with Mary that day. That's it. Everything's laid out. Why, Katie? That's it. It's the only reason. Is why. Is it Adam?
So you think I'm smart? Because I'm
Yes.
stupid enough.
Stupid. I don't think you're stupid. I think something drove you to this point. That's what I think. I don't think it has anything to do with stupidity. I think it's something drove you to do this, to this point. This wasn't some spur of the moment thing, Katie. Something drove you to do this. This starts in September or whatever from 2014. It wasn't a 1 week deal. All this wasn't done in 1 week. It's done over a period of time. Something drove Katie to do this. It's laid out. You cannot separate yourself from that stuff.
I think I tie myself so closely to everything.
How you're so close to everything? What do you mean?
You're saying this evidence paints this clear same picture.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you can look at what we just presented to
I
you.
know.
What do you think?
Do you think I would do that?
I don't think. I know you did, Katie. I know you did all that stuff over there. That I don't even think about anymore. I know you did all that. I don't think. You can't tell me you think. You know you did it. You know anybody who looks at all that's going to know. It doesn't come back to anybody else, Katie. You got the cards. You ordered it. You got it delivered. You had it in your hands. You're working with Mary.
I'm smart enough. If I wanted to do something like that,
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to, I would connect it to my phone, my own house.
Katie, nobody did this. I'm planning on getting caught. When you started out doing this, you didn't plan on, I'm going to get caught for this. So,
Well, what I
nobody plans out starting something planning on getting caught, Katie. Nobody. You don't plan on doing something.
right.
planning
So
on
what do
getting
you
caught.
cover your tracks better?
Well, people try to cover your tracks like you did. You didn't cover your tracks. You tried to make it look like Adam did it. You tried to give this anonymous letter accusing Adam of doing it. All that fell apart. All this is facts. All this is stuff that comes back to you now. It is your phone. It's on your phone.
Right.
Can't separate
If I
that.
want, yeah, but if it was on my phone, I would have gotten.
It's not that. Okay, let's get rid of that. It's not independent. It's on your phone.
If I knew it was on my phone, if everything was on my phone, I would have gotten rid of my phone a long time ago.
Well, when you never thought you're going to get caught, you won't get rid of your phone. You didn't know
If
you were
I
going
was
to take
talking
your
to
phone.
the police,
When you put that anonymous letter saying that it's under Adam's thing and Adam did it, you probably thought at that point we'd just go pick up Adam, charge Adam, and all this would go away.
that's not how things work.
And you're right, it's not. We did our police work. And we came back with all this. And all of it ties into Katie. It's not a question. It does anymore. It does. All that comes back to you. It's not even questionable. And by you already, what you're saying to me is sitting there saying my whole lot, you right there, you're telling me you're responsible.
Now you're saying that everything points to me.
It does. You can see that it does, Katie. You in your own words said that last time to me. Remember? Everything points to me.
I'm smart. I think ahead. I wouldn't want to do something like this. So risky
Mm-hmm.
about my own life.
Mm-hmm. But you did.
I wouldn't. I want to be a mom so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I want to finish college, get married.
Mm-hmm.
I want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I want these things more than anything.
Okay. But you're going to have to deal with this first, Katie. This isn't going away. You need to explain why. This isn't going away, Katie. This is here. You need to explain why. That's where we're at. It's plain as day to me that you can see the writing on the wall here. You know all this is responsible before. You know you're trying to convince me you have all this going for you and this is why I wouldn't do it. But you can't neglect the fact you did, and that's right there. So now the question becomes why. I can tell by how upset you're getting because you want to sit there, you want to clear yourself, you want to get this out and say, here's what happened. And the only way to do that is to say why, and then help us understand. That's where we're at, Katie. You can see that. You can sit here and tell me all day how good of a person you are. I want to do this. I want to do that. That doesn't neglect the fact that all this still is stuff that you're responsible for over there. It's all right there. So the question becomes, help me understand.
People don't just change like that.
What do you mean?
Like, I wouldn't go about calculating Dr. Mary's death.
Explain further. What do you mean you wouldn't go about calculating Mary's? I mean, you wouldn't go through all this work to calculate it, to plan it, or is that what you're trying to say? You said you wouldn't go calculate. I mean,
Right? Like, that doesn't make sense. I wouldn't. It doesn't make sense for me to put so much on the line. My life, my future,
mhm.
the line.
People don't think they're going to get caught when they do things, Katie.
So you think that I would think this and then Dr. Mary would die and no one would look into it?
People may look into it, but they may not look into it thinking you're responsible. You're trying to point everything back on him. But that didn't work out. It's not coming back on him. Everything's coming back on Katie. So that's where we're at there. So people, when they start out doing things, don't plan on getting caught. That's number one. Number two, people make mistakes. We made a lot of mistakes in this case. Three, now's the time to say, okay, they laid everything out. Here's what happened. Here's why it happened. That's where we're at. You're not going to convince me
I don't even
otherwise.
use poison in the barn for the mice or the rats.
Okay. And that has to do with what?
Like, I don't kill things.
Okay. But in this case, something happened. Maybe you didn't mean to kill her. Maybe she was just supposed to get sick. But you got the culture scene to do it. That we know. That's flat out right there. So you got the culture scene. You possessed it. You had the opportunity. You were with her that day when she got sick. It's all right there, Katie.
But she didn't eat anything at the office. She didn't. And she went to her mom's to have lunch.
Mm-hmm. You already know what she did at her mom's. It's all been ruled out. You yourself said the culture scene's at the office. It's not at her mom's. That's your own words. So that rules that out. So now we're back to the office. Doesn't take much. Can be put in anything. You know that. So that's where we're at, Katie. It's not going away. What pushed you to this point? What drove Katie to do this? You tell me. Because you can't convince me otherwise. You can sit here and say all these other things. I know you did this. I know. So it's answer what it's about. I know you did this. Now the question is, you have to help me understand why you did this. So why, Katie? That's where we're at. It isn't going away. The why is always going to be there. Everybody's going to ask why. So people are going to see this. The only question they're going to have left is, why did Katie do this? Was there a relationship with Adam? Was there something we don't know about with the odors? Did somebody ask her to do this? Somebody say, I'll give you $50,000 or $100,000. Mr. Yoder wanted you to kill his wife. What is it? That's where we're at. And it's not going away. So help me understand why. Why, Katie? That's the question everybody's going to want to ask, and everybody's going to want to know. Help me understand. Tell me why. Let's get it out and tell me why, Katie. Let's put an end to this and put some closure to it for people. For yourself, for Bill. Why? Don't make me think things that I don't want to believe about you and say, God, you just got to be this evil person. I don't want to think that. I don't understand. I want to say, okay, that makes, okay, now I know what's over. I know what happened now. This is why. Here's what happened. Can you tell me, Katie, what got us to this point here today? Help me end this. Help me end the nightmare. I'm sure you stay awake over this case. I'm sure you've lost sleep over it. I'm sure you've had nights you tossed and turned and thought about this. And it's only going to get worse. Because it's not going away, Katie. It's not going away. And unless you help us understand why, people are going to think things probably the worst about you. And I think there's a reason for this that pushed you to this point. I think it's going to be either the reason why somebody did something to you, somebody pushed you to this point, it came to a point where you couldn't take it anymore, it affected you. But the question is, what drove Katie to do this? Help me understand. Tell me why, Katie. Get it out. Tell me why. Help me understand.
It's my whole life.
It is your whole life. So let's take this and move on and get it behind us. Why? Tell me what happened, Katie. What drove you to this? What drove you to this, Katie? What happened? You're gonna wake up tomorrow and this is gonna disappear. Help me understand. Let's get out in front of this.
Can't get out in front of it. You're saying I'm already all the way in over my head.
Well, Katie, I think we both know you're in over your head on this. But you can get out in front of it. Help us understand why. Put closure to it. Put closure to it for yourself, your family, for Bill. Everybody's gonna have the same question. Why? Hope people understand. Because that's what they're gonna want to know. Hi, Katie. Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened, Katie. Why? It's one question I need answered, and other people are gonna want the answer to. What is it, Katie? Tell me. Come on, Katie. Let's put closure to this. Let's help people understand. What led us to this? Tell me what pushed you down this road, Katie. It's not going away. In your hands to help me understand. Help people understand, Katie.
You don't understand.
I know. I don't understand. You need to help me understand. You need to tell me why. Told you it's one of three things. Help me understand. Tell me why. We already have all the rest. Help me understand. What were you intending to do with this school system? Tell me what you're intending to do with it, Katie. Katie. So it's laid out. It's there. It's not going away.
I don't think there's anything else I can tell you.
You don't want to tell me anything else? You don't want to say why? like we said before, and I think you mentioned it one time when we were talking to Mark. Said possibly accidental. Remember you said that to Mark? Remember when you told him that before? You remember that, Katie? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's a big difference there between intentional and accidental. So if somehow Mary got this accidental or intentionally, it makes a difference. We need to know everything because we know you got this stuff. We know that. So now with Mary, it comes down to, like we talked about, was it intended for Mary? Was it accidental Mary got it? Talked about that before. You mentioned it before. Bottom line is, we know you purchased it, we know you got it, we know you possessed it, we know you were there with Mary that day. So then the question comes down to then, so accidentally, we didn't mean for her to get sick or hurt or whatever. You see where I'm coming from in that sense? That's what I'm saying. You don't let people, I don't think you're an evil person. When people don't know why, they're going to speculate and think all sorts of things. Help me understand and say, no, she's not an evil person. No, she's not a monster. You see where I'm coming from, Katie? There's a difference there. Help me understand. Did we do all this? Yeah, I was out to get married. Or I didn't mean this to happen to Mary. It makes a difference. Did you mean for this to happen to Mary? That's where we're at. That's why I keep asking you why. Do you believe you mean this to happen to her? I think you would take it back now. But you can't. And that's what I mean by getting out in front of this saying, here's what happened. Here's why. Here's what drove me to this. You see where I'm coming from, Katie? Katie, do you see where I'm coming from in that sense?
Yes.
Okay. That's where we're at. Need to know why, Katie. We got this. We ordered this. Was this meant for Mary at that time? Or was it meant for something else? And this things went wrong. Things just went wrong. But you need to tell me. And I can see this is eating me up inside, Katie. I think you want to get it out there and say, here's what happened. Here's why this happened. I can see it in you. Help me. Help me understand. I hope you. I can't help you if you don't tell me why. Katie, look at me. This is killing you inside. And I can tell you want to get this out. You want to say, here's what happened. I don't think you're an evil person. And I think there's reasons for this. Again, I don't know if this was your intentional or you accidentally, but if I don't know and you don't help explain it to me to help you, I can't help you. Then we can only assume things. I don't think you're an evil person. I think this was done for whatever reason, and I think something drove you to this point. Maybe did something, like you said, something went wrong. You didn't mean for this to happen to Mary. And like I said, I think you take it back. But it did. But here's why it happened. You understand where I'm coming from, Katie?
Yeah.
It's there, Katie. You can see it. I'm not bluffing you. We're laying it out for you. And you know everything on that table. It's true and accurate over there. You've seen it all before. Help me understand. Why, Katie? Help me. Help me understand. Because all I'm looking at is that right now. I didn't know Katie Conley before all this. And we've now talked several times. And I don't think you're an evil person. I think something happened that drove Katie to do this. I don't think this was just something you said, well, I'm going to go get close to seeing and go give this to Mary today. There was something that led up to all this. Let's help answer these questions. That's where we're at today. That's where we're at in this investigation is why. Why, Katie? Let's get out in front of this. Help me understand. And I can say, here's what happened to this girl. This girl never meant to do this. Katie slept one day and said, well, let me go do this to my life. Something drove you to this point. What is it? It happened, Katie. Why? What got us here? Katie, what got us here? Why? Help me understand why. Just intentionally trying to just all get married up and that, or this an accident? This part, what happened to Mary? Which was it? Was it the second one, Nick? Was it the accidental part? Is that what happened here, Katie? Is that it, Katie? Or the people think this was always intended for Mary? Katie, what was it? This is where we're at. What are you thinking, Katie? What are you thinking? What are you thinking right now? Thinking about your life? I understand. But what got you to this point, Katie? Why? Now thinking about your life. But the question still remains why, and if there's a reason for this why, it may help your life. It may help what happens down the road here. It's going to make a difference. People know why. It's going to make a difference down the road. From this point forward, people are going to ask why. And it's going to help, and it's going to help people understand. Why, Katie? Was it intentional for Mary, or was it accidental? Which was it? Why did you buy the colchicine? Why did you get it? Okay, help me. So only I can help explain this. I don't want people to think that Katie Conn is an evil, mean person. And she set out to intentionally do this to somebody. So I want to say, here's what got us to this point. Here's what girl Katie, why we got the closest, and how this happened to Mary. And mean for this to happen to Mary. You need to tell me. Katie, let's get out in front of this. Let's get the answer out there. Help me understand. I think there's a lot to this whole thing that I need to know. And I can't understand if you don't explain to me. You don't tell me why. Here's what happened. Katie, did you intentionally want to hurt Mary? Or was it accidental? Katie, why? You look at me, Katie. You look me in the eye. I don't think you're an evil person. I think a mistake happened here. I don't think your whole thing was mean to harm Mary like this. I need to know why. And I can't explain people, and I can't help you to explain to people who are going to ask me why. I can say, no, Katie's not an evil person. She made a mistake. Here's what happened. Here's what drove her to this point. She never meant to hurt Mary. She didn't mean to do this to her, but it happened. Here's why it happened. So where we're at. This is where we're at in this investigation. Why? Help me understand. Please just tell me why. Is it intended for this to happen, or did it accidentally happen to her? And what I can tell me, Katie. Time someone to do this to Mary? Did it accidentally? Helps me understand. Makes a difference. That's where we're at. Hi, Katie. What happened that got us here to this point? Katie, help me understand, Katie. About the Colts and Katie, what was it? Is this what it was meant to do at the end? Is this what you meant to happen? This accidentally happened. How am I going to help you, Katie, if you don't help me? Hmm? I think Katie told me you got this out in front of it, talked about it, so here's why. It's going to help you. I don't know if you're a religious person or not, if you believe in God or you don't believe in God. Someday you're going to have to answer for this as to why. You're Catholic. I grew up Catholic. Believe in God then. Yes? Practicing God. You go to church regularly or not? Go to confession? Most Catholics do, yes? There'll come a point in time, you're going to have to say why. Whether it be through all this or at the end. Somebody you're going to have to answer to as to why. You're Catholic and you believe in God. At the end, we'd have to answer to him. Here's why. People right now, the only thing we can do is think. Okay? What if? Why? She a mean person. She an evil person.
The interrogator shifts from legal coercion to spiritual pressure. He reminds Katie that her own faith teaches that unconfessed sin destroys the soul. Psychologically, this targets superego, the internalized moral judge. For a believer, withholding the truth becomes not just a legal risk, but a sin against God. The interrogator's calm, almost pastoral tone makes it harder to resist because he is not threatening. He is offering salvation. In interrogation training, this is known as the future accountability technique, making the subject see that running from the truth now only postpones an inevitable day of reckoning.
You know, saying the truth will set you free. I think right now, this thing is eating you up inside. I think you're losing sleep at night. I think you're thinking about this daily. I think you're looking over your shoulder. When are they going to come? It's not going away. You're going to have to answer for this. So let me say Katie Conley is not a bad person. Here's what drove her to this. Here's what happened. It was an abusive relationship. It was money. It was, I didn't mean for intentionally trying to hurt Mary. But only you can answer that, Katie. And I can tell her now it is eating you up. Thinking, how can this all just go away? It's not. I can tell you it's not going to go away. You're going to have to answer to this. If people understand the why, it's going to help. You pray at night on it regarding this? Pray
Regarding.
regarding this whole thing. You're losing sleep over it.
You're losing sleep over this.
I think you've had some restless nights about this. I'm sure it's bothered you. Absolutely. You're a Catholic? Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There isn't. That's what I'm saying. If you're Catholic, you've got everything laid out. You're losing sleep over this because you know what happened. What happened that day? What happened on July 20th that day? Tell me what happened.
Think out of the ordinary.
It wasn't an ordinary day, that's for sure. Wasn't like every other day at the office, nor the days that followed. Wasn't. It was a life-changing day. Wasn't it? So you can't say it wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
Just the way she got sick. It's just like any other.
Why? Why, Mary? Why did she get sick that day? Katie, help me go back and say here's what happened and why. People who think the worst of you. And I don't. I think there's something here that drove you to this. I think it'll make a difference down the road. Why Mary? A lot going through your head right now, isn't there? Thinking about a lot of different things, aren't you? Yes? A lot of good and evil going through there right now. Wonder what the hell I should do. And
It's not fine for me.
do, Katie. I'm not gonna say that you don't. Guess what, Katie? Now you have to deal with this. Intentionally try to hurt Mary? Something she did contribute to this, or is it something to do with that? That's what it's come down to. What happened? What drove you? What happened? Why? Why that Monday? Why what happened to get you to this point? Tell me, Katie. What drove Katie Conley that day? What got us to this point? Can you look at me, Katie? Why? Tell me why. What happened? What drove you to this? Tell me, Katie. What happened that got you to do this? Why did you buy the courses? What was your plan for it when you bought it? Was it for this, or was it something else that and things just got out of hand? Tell me why. Let me give an answer to people. So here's what happened. It makes a difference. I don't want people to think the worst of you, Katie. Katie, it's not going away. I wish we weren't sitting here, but we are. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to go away. You're going to have to get answers as to why. People are going to want to know why. Can I ask you this? When you bought the colchicine, what were you planning on when you first bought this stuff? Was it what the outcome was, or was it for something else? Can you tell me that? What were you thinking when you bought it, even at that point? Was it for another reason? Katie, Katie, you and I both know you bought it. When you bought it, what were you thinking at that point? Take me to that point. At that point when you bought it, were you thinking of harming anybody? Were you thinking at that point, here's what I'm gonna get somebody? Or is it, well, I got it, let's see what happens. Because it was the point, months went by. Let's take steps. Katie, Katie, help me understand. Which is Katie. You intentionally want to do this to Mary, or was it accidentally it got to Mary? Help me understand. Which is it, Katie? Katie? Which is it? What got us to July 20th, Katie? Anything you'd say to Mary right now? Say you're sorry that you didn't mean to. Say that to her now, Katie. Tell her you're sorry, Katie. Are you sorry? What?
You don't believe me.
I don't believe you what? I believe in what we have over there, Katie. You know we have. I've laid it out to you several times now. I can tell by your reactions and everything. You know what you did. You know you're responsible. The only question remains is why. Then I can tell you, you're sorry. You didn't mean for this to happen. But sit here and say you don't believe me. I know what I believe in, Katie. I know what you have. I know from your own words and most of this stuff. I know from your lies. I know from your actions now. So what is it? Like I said, Katie, there's somebody else involved in this. You need to tell me. You need to say, here's what happened. Here's why. You're not going to convince me otherwise in a lot of things because I know what happened, Katie. Did anybody else play a role in it? Is that what you're going to try to tell me? But if you just sit here and say you had absolutely nothing to do with this, you're right. I won't believe you. I know it's not true. You know it's not true. You've had a part in all this. And the question is now, if you're trying to say somebody else is involved in it, then you need to tell us what your part was and what somebody wanted you to do. Because that's it. We normally don't lay all this stuff out in front of people. We did. Because we're down to one question. Why did Katie Conley do this? That's it. There's nothing else you can say, do, or anything else that's going to convince me otherwise. You and I both know that. So what's the deal, Katie? Tell me why. Help me understand. So the people that have questions on, I know it's not an easy thing, Katie. Not an easy thing to be sitting there and saying, here's what happened. Here's why. I know it's not easy. But I know you're going to feel a lot better once you say, here's what happened. Because it's not going to be hanging over your head anymore. Katie, it's not going away. I can wake up tomorrow and this is all going to be gone. I can wake up and say, okay, it's over. Now I have to deal with it. But for that to happen, you need to say why. And you need to say, I made a mistake. I never meant for this to happen. Okay, we've laid it all out. You can see everything we have. Going to have to answer for that. What's going through your head, Katie? Scared? Afraid? Are you?
So my line.
I know. You are scared. You are afraid. You're afraid for the rest of your life. Scared what's the outcome of all this going to be. You're calling me. I understand you're scared, Katie. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd be scared too. I would be afraid. But I also want to get out in front of it. Because I know by looking at everything that it isn't going anywhere. It's not going to go away. It's not going to wake up tomorrow and say, start a new day. It's still going to be here. Things aren't going to get any easier down the road. But comes a point in time where you just got to say, okay, let me get out in front of it. You're saying to yourself, Katie, you're saying a prayer.
My line. It's my whole line.
What do you mean by when you say that, Katie?
All of this.
Mm-hmm. And
It's not good.
no, it doesn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and try to say, okay, you give me this money. It's not. It doesn't look good. Also, I know, like I said, I've only talked to you a few times. But I don't see an evil person sitting here in front of me. I see a scared person. I see a person who made a mistake. I see a person who probably wishes they could take all this back. But I also know the only way you can move on from this is to deal with it and help people understand what was it that pushed Katie Conley over the edge. Why did you do this? Can you tell me why, Katie? Katie, can you look at me? Can you tell me why? Are you an evil person, Katie? Or are you a person that just had some problems? Some troubles?
No,
Pardon?
I don't have problems.
Well, I mean problems and troubles dealing with things with what happened. What happened with Adam? I mean, what drove you to this point, Katie? That's what I mean by that. How was your relationship with Mary? That was fine. As far as I know, was there something there you don't know about? Something Mary did? Take Adam's side on something and that upset you? Or you confided in her and she betrayed you? Or Katie, what's going on? What are you thinking about your life? The same things that you said before? What is it, Katie? Why did you buy the poultry suit? Why did you buy it? And that's not a question. We know what. I mean, we know you bought it. It's not if you bought it. We know you bought it. The question becomes, why did you buy it, Katie? Did you buy it intentionally setting out to harm Mary, or something just happened along the way? Which is it, Katie? Which is it? For Katie, I need to know about, or is there? What is it, Katie? What's it gonna be? You want to get out front of this? What are you thinking, Katie? What are you thinking? It's a hard thing to talk about, isn't it? I know it's not easy, but I think once you get out in front of this and say, here's what happened, here's why it happened, I think it's going to help explain it to me, and I think it's going to help you. You're going to say, here, let me get this off my chest. Let me say what happened. Katie, you've seen everything, Katie. It's been laid out. It's not going anywhere. Everything comes back and points to you. You told us you bought the credit cards. They purchased the purchasing. You bought them. You can't separate yourself from that. The things on your phone, you can't separate yourself from that. The day in the office with Mary, you can't separate yourself from that. You can see where it all is. You can see where it's going. The only question left is why, Katie. Why, Katie? Just intentionally? Did you intentionally want to harm her? Was it accidental? Katie, what do you want to say, Katie? What do you have to say for yourself? You got want to say something? Why? Why Mary? You mean for it to happen to Mary? Katie, did you meet for that in America? What are you thinking, Katie? Not talking about it's not going to help. A lot. You're thinking a lot. Can you answer those questions for me? Can you say why? Can you tell me it was intentional or accidental? And what was it over? Adam? Mary? Bill? Combination of things? Can you help me understand? If you want to tell me, Katie, want to lay it all out, say here's what happened. What do you think, Katie? Here we presented all this stuff to you. We showed you everything.
I know, it doesn't look good.
Showed you that we didn't get into all the computer stuff we had. And I told you about it, but we're not even showing you that at this point. Your phone, all the stuff on your phone, all that's gonna come out. We went over it with you, but it's not lying here on the desk. That's coming too. All that stuff's coming out. So I guess say why. You can understand. Only I can tell you at this point, Katie. Laid it out. Didn't hold stuff back from you. Laid out facts. You've seen, you got it right there. So you know everything there is not, it's accurate. We're not telling you anything we don't know. Not making it up. Know about the companies, cards. Let's come back to you. So what's it gonna be? What do you wanna do? You wanna tell me why? No, it's hard to put trust in me. I'm sure. No, it's not easy sitting there. What do you wanna do, Katie? Did you mean for this to happen to Murray? Why did you purchase the culture, Katie? What did you set out to do when you first got it? What was in your court at this point, Katie? We laid everything out for you. Now it's up to you as to here's why. Didn't mean to hurt her. It was accidental. Just Adam drove me to it. Bill had a role in it, whatever it is. Whatever it is, why? But you need to get out in front of it.
The interrogator narrows the universe of possible answers to just two: intentional murder or a terrible accident. Notice how he even partially scripts the accidental version, making it easier for her to grab that lifeline. Psychologically, this is reducing the perceived cost of confession. She is not a monster. She is someone who made a mistake or was driven to a breaking point. For the analyst, this layout of the evidence on the table is the final psychological trap. She can no longer deny the what, only explain the why. And that is exactly where the interrogator wants her.
That we didn't lay out like how the IP addresses we got, they come back. You got stuff that's coming back to your house. Like I told you, we know you got on Adam's accounts. Why did you get on Adam's account last night? These are all things we know. IP comes back to your house. Why? Are you looking to see what's going on? Why are you logging into Adam's accounts? See if there's communications between Adam and us, or see, these are all things we know, Katie. You didn't lay out all the IP addresses. You haven't laid them out yet, but they're there. We know where they come back to. Because you have a mountain this high on that desk of stuff we had. Why? Can you tell me why, Katie? Tell me why you get onto his accounts. Tell me anything at this point. Why you did some of the things you did. Start with any of those even. Why, Katie? It's not going away.
I can't tell you anything else. I don't have anything else to tell you.
You want to tell me anything else? You don't want to tell me why? You want people just to assume? Hmm? Is that what you want? Katie? What is it going to be? You want to say why? You want a minute? Think about something? Think about things? Want me to give you a minute? No? What would you like me to do, Katie? Lean it all out for you. It's not going anywhere. Not tomorrow, not the next day. There's things you're gonna, at some point in time, you're gonna have to answer for it. You don't want to say? What do you want to do, Katie? We can sit here and stare at each other all night, but that's not gonna solve the problem. You want to talk, you gotta talk to me. If you want to help me understand, then you gotta tell me.
I don't have anything else to say.
You want to say anything else to me? No, take a minute. Sit there for a second.
Caitlin Conley was acquitted of murder, but convicted of the lesser charge of first-degree manslaughter. In January 2018, she was sentenced to 23 years in a New York State prison. Conley always maintained her innocence, and after years of appeals, as a result, Caitlin Conley was released from custody in February 2025.